Royal Enfield 650 engine oil levels. They are different depending on the model and year of your bike, so please listen in. I have also downloaded the owner's manuals and will share screenshots with you, and will also show a link in the description of where you can download your own owner's manuals in English.
Engine oil level should be at maximum level. If in case of oil level is not at max level, then top up the oil to max level and repeat the procedure.
And there you have it for those of you who were doubting Teacher T and his wisdom. And if you look at the bottom left of the owner's manual, you will see that it says BS6. The Super Meteor engine is a BS6 model. And on page 65 of the owner's manual it says engine oil level should be close to maximum condition. So that's the Super Meteor 650 taken care of. But what about the other two 650 models, the Continental and Interceptor? This is where the confusion arises. Both the Interceptor and Continental GT have had BS4 and BS6 engines fitted. You need to know if your engine is a BS4 or a BS6 because engine oil levels are different. Here we have the Interceptor BS4 owner's manual, and on page 66 it says the level is correct only if the oil is found between the minimum and maximum marks on the right hand cover. Now on the Interceptor BS6 owner's manual, on page 66 once again it says engine oil should be close to maximum condition. Confused? You will be, but the simple way to look at it is if you have a BS4 engine, an early version of an Interceptor or a Continental, then you should be on the halfway mark for your oil levels. The newer models, the newer engines, you should be at maximum level. It is very confusing and very unusual to be at a maximum level. I've never filled a vehicle before, car or motorbike, to maximum oil level, so there must have been a change in logic here with Royal Enfield. So what is the difference between a BS4 and a BS6 engine? Let's have a look. The main difference between a BS4 and a BS6 engine is the fuel type. BS6 engines use fuel that contains less sulfur. Hence, BS6 engines produce less harmful emissions and pollutants, whereas BS4 engines use fuel with real sulfur. Hence, more harmful emissions and pollutants are emitted. What does BS stand for, I hear you asking? I'll let you work that one out for yourself. And now we've opened up another can of worms. What fuel type should you be using? Well, the answer should be near your petrol cap on your tank. It is written there, so go and check for yourselves, please. So my reason in making this urgent update video is to save any confusion from my previous video, which I made specifically for Meteor 650 oil levels. Because my school has closed for 6 weeks for holidays, I've actually got some time at last to go on some decent bike rides. So in this last week alone, I've put 1,000 kilometers on the bike. And that is 1,000 kilometers on the new oil level, the new higher level. I've experienced no problems at all. Today was a shopping day with the wife, and the bike's been stood all day, and you can see that the oil level is above the maximum line. But remember, this is because the bike is cold. You should only do an oil level check once the engine is warm, after running it for 10 seconds and then 15 seconds as in the procedure in the manual. And here I am running the bike, and just by having the bike ticking over on low revs, the oil just disappears, it's gone. So maybe that's another reason that Royal Enfield are recommending a higher level. So I did run the bike here on level ground on its center stand for 25 seconds as recommended in the manual, and then I switched off the engine and waited 10 minutes to check the oil level. And once it's cooled down after 10 minutes, then my oil is at the higher level, the recommended maximum level. So here we are, bike now switched off. I'm going to let it settle for 10 minutes, get rid of that froth on top, take oil level reading, and it will be on that top level. That's what it will be. And yesterday when I went on a long cruise to get my mileage up to 6,000 kilometers, it was 36 degrees and my bike didn't get hot, not like it was, and the top end was definitely quieter. So I can thoroughly recommend raising your oil levels, as scary as that sounds. It doesn't sound right, does it? And this is my engine oil level after 10 minutes of cooling at the correct recommended level by Royal Enfield. And yesterday I did a kind of bike swap for half of a day with a friend living here on his Kawasaki Vulcan 650's, and I decided to review the bike. So that's a future video to look forward to, as well as my review on the Wingman app for Royal Enfield. So many thanks for listening to my ramblings today. I just had to get this out quickly. I just don't want anybody to ruin their engines by putting a wrong oil level in. And as always, I welcome your comments and will try to reply to as many as possible. In the meantime, ride safe, and I'll see you in another video soon.